For a long time, robots were either factory machines hidden behind safety cages or futuristic ideas that never quite fit into daily life. Smart gadgets followed a similar path, often impressive but limited to narrow tasks or novelty use. That is changing. In 2026, everyday robotics and smart devices are quietly becoming part of normal routines, not because they are flashy, but because they solve small, practical problems that add up to meaningful convenience. The most important shift driving this change is the move from general-purpose robotics to task-specific machines. Instead of trying to build robots that can do everything, companies are focusing on devices that perform one or two jobs extremely well. This approach reduces cost, improves reliability, and makes robotics practical for home and personal use. These robots are not trying to replace humans. They are designed to reduce friction in everyday tasks. Home cleaning robots are a clear example of this evolution. Early robotic vacuums were slow, error-prone, and required constant supervision. Today's models use improved sensors, mapping systems, and adaptive navigation to clean more efficiently with minimal intervention. They recognize different floor types, avoid obstacles in real time, and adjust cleaning patterns based on usage history. For many households, these devices have shifted from being a novelty to an expected appliance. Kitchen and food-related robotics are also making steady progress. Smart countertop devices now automate repetitive tasks like chopping, blending, measuring, and cooking with greater consistency. Some systems adjust cooking times and temperatures automatically based on ingredient type and portion size. While these devices don't replace cooking skills, they reduce preparation time and help users achieve more reliable results, especially in busy households. Personal robotics is another area seeing meaningful adoption. Devices designed to assist with mobility, posture, and daily movement are becoming more common. Smart wearables and compact robotic aids help users monitor activity, correct posture, or reduce physical strain during repetitive tasks. These tools are especially valuable for aging populations and people working long hours at desks, where small ergonomic improvements can have long-term health benefits. Smart home gadgets are becoming less about individual controls and more about system-level coordination. Instead of managing dozens of separate apps, users are increasingly relying on devices that communicate with each other to automate routines. Lighting adjusts automatically based on time of day and occupancy. Climate systems respond to usage patterns and weather conditions. Security devices differentiate between normal household activity and unusual behavior, reducing false alerts and user fatigue. One of the biggest improvements in everyday robotics is how quietly they operate. Earlier generations of smart devices often demanded attention through notifications, alerts, and manual input. In 2026, the best products are designed to work in the background. They learn routines, adapt over time, and intervene only when necessary. This shift from constant interaction to passive assistance makes robotics feel less intrusive and more natural. Affordability has also played a major role in adoption. Advances in sensors, processors, and manufacturing have lowered costs significantly. Devices that once seemed expensive or experimental are now accessible to a wider range of consumers. This has allowed robotics and smart gadgets to move beyond early adopters and into mainstream households, where expectations around reliability and ease of use are much higher. Everyday robotics is also changing how people think about maintenance and ownership. Many smart devices are designed with modular components, over-the-air updates, and long-term support in mind. This allows products to improve over time, rather than becoming obsolete quickly. Software updates can add new capabilities, refine behavior, and fix issues without requiring new hardware, extending the useful life of devices. Another important trend is the focus on privacy and local processing. As smart gadgets become more integrated into daily life, concerns about data collection have grown. In response, many devices now process information locally instead of sending everything to the cloud. This reduces latency, improves reliability, and gives users more control over their data. Privacy is becoming a competitive feature rather than an afterthought. Robotics is also expanding beyond the home into everyday public spaces. Delivery robots, cleaning machines, and service bots are appearing in offices, hospitals, airports, and retail environments. These machines handle routine tasks like transporting supplies, cleaning floors, or guiding visitors. By taking over repetitive work, they allow human staff to focus on more complex or interpersonal responsibilities. What makes this moment different from previous waves of robotics is realism. Companies are no longer promising fully autonomous, human-like machines that can do everything. Instead, they are delivering focused tools that fit into existing workflows and environments. This practical approach has accelerated adoption and reduced frustration. Everyday robotics and smart gadgets are not changing life through dramatic breakthroughs, but through accumulation. Each device saves a few minutes, reduces a small inconvenience, or removes a minor source of stress. Over time, these small improvements reshape routines and expectations. Tasks that once required attention fade into the background. Looking ahead, the next phase of everyday robotics will likely focus on better integration rather than more devices. The goal will be systems that work together seamlessly, requiring less setup and fewer adjustments. As robotics becomes more reliable, affordable, and invisible, its impact on daily life will continue to grow. In 2026, everyday robotics is no longer about imagining the future. It is about quietly improving the present. Through smart gadgets and focused machines that solve real problems, robotics is becoming less of a spectacle and more of a trusted assistant in daily life.